Hey, Vortex here, and welcome to my review of the HZSound or HZSound, the Waist Drum. And as you can see, Hi-Fi Go sent it to me. So straight into the disclaimer is I'd like to thank Hi-Fi Go themselves for sending this sample out to me. So thank you very much. I do appreciate it very much. I was not paid to do this video, and all thoughts, opinions are my own. And yes, so back on the product. So the Waist Drum is their latest release from that company. I tried a couple of items from them, and they seem a good brand. And this is a cable down version, as you can see right there. And yeah, I'm quite curious of this because it's priced quite competitively. And yeah, single dynamic driver. So yeah, let's just get into it. So like I said in the intro, it's a cable down version. It's kind of small, and I think it uses basically what they call a micro driver. Detachable cable, which is very good, and 2-pin. So there's just some information and basically use cases, I guess. So the Waist Drum there, some things you can scan. No mic, which I prefer. What they look like in the model. So yes, specs. 6mm. I nearly said 16. So these are quite small. As in the diameter. Impedance 16 ohms, sensitivity is 104, so that's a little bit low. Mic sensitivity, I don't have that, but that's what it should be if you have that version. Frequency response 20 Hz to 36 kHz, so more than enough. So using an L-shaped plug, which I do like, and it's 1.2 meters. So there's the brand. Nothing on the front and the back. Again, this is all new to me. I haven't opened this yet. So it looks like they're doing like kind of a moon drop with the waifus, for the weebs out there. So you got that. All in Chinese and in English. It's very small to read, but it's common sense. Specs at the top, how to connect the pins, wearing methods for playing. There's if you got inline controls. Obviously this doesn't have it, but that's what it is if you do pick that one. The correct way, I guess, setting it up, for the pins, warranty replacement faults, and yeah, that's it. So little carry case, similar material to like a pair of jeans. It's not too bad. A bunch of different tips. Good to see there's actual filters or dampers there, and a variety of different tips. So it's good to see that. I never expected to see replacement ones. And I think that's it. So yeah, metal. Let's take this off to see what it looks like. So obviously it already comes with one on. Maybe people can mod it to run double dampers if they don't like the sound. So that's actually on there quite tight. I'll leave that on for the time being, but yeah, here's the cable. So yeah, right angled, which one I do like. There's a relief there, the actual slider. Seems okay, but yeah. So you're going to see them in the future. Obviously I haven't tried these yet, but I'm quite happy with everything that it comes with. Obviously I'll graph it as well. I'm going to put a good few hours on it and see if the cable's got any like microphonics, which hopefully it doesn't, but it may do. And yeah, and I'll see you guys in the future. Yeah, so folks, finally on to the review of the actual HZSound Waist Drum, which is kind of a funky name. As you can see, these are tiny, so just going over the size, it's a 2-pin, which is great, and detachable cable, which is good. As it says L there, other one obviously says R. That's a look down the centre. Obviously you saw in the unboxing it comes with like spare filters or dampers, whatever you want to call them, which is kind of cool. Yeah, and that's just the back, and obviously that's what it looks like with the tip on. Obviously there's a lip on the nozzle there. And yeah, so let's just go into comfort and fitment. So I thought that's okay, but the thing is with these kind of design, the bullet ones, is when they're in your ear, the weight's always like on this kind of point, so it feels like that in my ear. But you can also wear them cable up, so obviously cable down, cable up over the ear, which is kind of cool. So it actually has two, but I normally prefer normal in-ear monitor kind of style, but I know many folks out there do like piston style cable down, so there's that. Obviously build quality is also, it seems very good as well. Again, these things are tiny. I think it's a 6mm driver. I have small hands and these things looks like a toy. It looks so small, but yeah. So let's get on to isolation. These don't seem to isolate very well. I think they really are open back, as you can see there. So they don't really seal that well. Helps the driver to breathe, so it's not too bad. But again, if isolation's for you, these are probably not for you. So let's talk about power and sensitivity. I didn't find these very difficult to power, which is obviously good. Yeah, so no issue at all. So obviously should say right. Yeah, so no issue powering it at all really, which is good. The dynamic drivers seem to be like less funky with that. If it's BAs or low impedance ones, or low, like, you know, if you got high or low sensitive armatures, they can be a bit funky, but dynamic drivers are a bit more consistent. But yeah, it was okay. So let's talk about like micro details and the kind of sound signature, the timbre as it's called. I thought the micro details in this is actually very good, considering I think it's $30 something, $38, something like that. As you can see, the magnets are going. They've got a mind of their own. But yeah, I thought it was quite good really. And the overall tonality is actually pretty good. Again, not DD's kind of benefits. It's not perfect, but I'll get into the sound in a bit. So actually, yeah, let's just do it now. So I'm going to overlay the graph now. And as you can see, they can be a bit bright, but I'll get to that. So bass it has enough. They're not bass monsters. The only thing I don't like is I don't like how the sub bass rolls off. And yes, my coupler rolls off probably a bit more than normal, but this in relation it does roll off anyway, which is a shame. So maybe expect a bit more, probably plus 3dB on the kind of under 50 hertz. It's a bit of a shame it rolls off because most folks do like sub bass, and I do. It does have it, but it's just it just rolls off a bit early. Bass is okay. It can sometimes sound like it's one-noted, if you understand what I mean. But it's okay. These are not very expensive earphones, so it's not really ultimately a big deal. And yeah, it was okay. DD was the DD, and this is fine for bass. I didn't try any EQ, so just have to bear that in mind. But I was okay with it. Mids are okay. They are elevated towards the top. Male vocals sound okay on this. Female vocals are more forward. I think that you can put, and if you've read graphs, you'll understand what I mean. But yeah, they're okay. Nothing really bad or great. They're just okay. I got no deal with it. So yeah, now this is the probably the bad part of these is the treble. I found it a bit shouty. As you can see the elevation. There's a peak around, I think, what's that, about 3K-ish. Now, I found a lot of instruments very clear with this, but it can be fatiguing. It can be bright. But if you are a low volume listener, that's way less of a problem. These are fine for low volume users, which is cool, which I am most of the time, to be honest. So low volume, not a problem. But if you want to turn it up a bit, that treble and the peaks and the extra brightness to it is apparent. So you just have to bear that in mind. But again, if you're a low volume listener, it's not a problem. All instruments I found was very clear. It's very obviously because it's got an elevated treble, it does bring more things out. So if you do like acoustic instruments and stuff like that, it does feel alive, shall we say, with this kind of tuning. But for what I listened to, I found it a bit fatiguing with the actual elevation, and I don't listen loud. But again, if you're a quiet listener, it's not really a problem. I think in some parts you do get a bit of sibilance. Again, check your source, make sure it's the best quality and things like that. But these are, yeah, they're not really a bad set. I just wished the treble was a bit smoother. Now for the people out there who do like mod, you can use like the dampeners. So yeah, I probably won't go too in depth, but they're not a bad option. I don't know if they're better than the actual one from the own company, the Heart Mirror, which is a single DD. And yeah, so conclusion is, let's get them back up, is do I recommend these? Yeah, if you're a low volume user, it's less of a problem. If you listen at higher volume, probably a little bit less of a recommendation because it's very competitive at the moment. So yeah, obviously in the box you saw that there come with dual dampeners, maybe another one on the top may make it a bit smoother. I don't know. I'm not into like really modding if I can help it. That likes to have a life of its own. But yeah, they're not a bad set overall. I wish the treble response was a bit smoother, but that's just my preference really. And maybe less sub bass roll off. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, overall the technical performance is good. They do come with 3 sets of different tips, again, which is very good. The accessories and everything is very good for it. It is good that it comes with a decent enough cable, which is detachable and 2-pin. So overall they are quite a good package. Just depends if the tuning is for you. I think you're okay if you, again, like I've said a few times, you do listen on a lower volume. I think that's quite important with this. Or if you adapt with EQing and stuff like that. But yeah, I think that's going to be pretty much it. But yeah, if anything as usual, like I say, just message me in the comments. And yeah, so thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.